Are you hungry for the latest news and trends from the internet? Welcome to What's Cooking on the Internet, your one-stop shop for discovering the hottest digital delights. Hit that subscribe button and let's get cooking.
Is rock music still alive and kicking? Or is it just a relic of the past? Comment below what you think. Billy Corgan, the legendary frontman of the Smashing Pumpkins, has been pondering this very question in his new podcast, The Magnificent Others. In a candid conversation with NMA, Corgan delves into the world of rock music, sharing his thoughts on the current state of the genre and the bands that are keeping its spirit alive. The Magnificent Others is a podcast like no other, featuring Corgan in conversation with carefully selected guests such as Kiss's Gene Simmons and former Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello. The podcast is a celebration of the triumphs, challenges, and pivotal moments that have shaped the journeys of these music legends. Corgan's passion for the podcast is evident, and he reveals that he was drawn to the idea of celebrating musicians who have been misunderstood, overlooked, or underappreciated. I like to celebrate people in the culture that I feel either are misunderstood, overlooked, or maybe don't have the proper perspective from my position about what they've actually accomplished, he explains. One of the standout features of the podcast is Corgan's ability to ask questions that haven't been asked before. Fans have praised his interviewing skills, and he attributes this to his genuine interest in getting to know his guests on a deeper level. I only want to talk to people that I am passionately interested in talking to, he says. Corgan's conversation with Gene Simmons is a highlight of the podcast, with the two musicians discussing everything from Simmons' early days as an immigrant in the United States to the current state of rock music. Corgan also shares his thoughts on the grunge revivalism that has been sweeping the music scene, and how he feels about the current crop of rock bands. In addition to his work on The Magnificent Others, Corgan has also been reflecting on his own career and the impact that rock music has had on his life. He recently performed at Black Sabbath's final gig, and he shares his thoughts on the monumental band and its legacy. Black Sabbath are my favorite all-time band in my heart, he says. I've loved Sabbath since I was a kid. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Smashing Pumpkins' classic album Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, and Corgan is working on a special edition to commemorate the occasion. He also has some solo dates planned, and fans can expect a celebration of the album's music and legacy. As for the future of rock music, Corgan remains optimistic. I don't think it's real that rock is dead, he says. The spirit of rock and roll is always going to be what kids decide to do in a sort of form of hatred or disgust with what they're seeing. He cites the example of the Linda Lindas, a young band that he has been touring with, and how they embody the spirit of rock music. New episodes of The Magnificent Others are released every Wednesday, and fans can catch Corgan and his guests discussing everything from rock music to life, love, and everything in between.